not exclusively affiliated with Cambly. My Cambly videos have proved to be the most popular, gaining the most questions about the platform. So I wanted to do a video of the truth about teaching on Cambly. The ugly truth. While most comments are positive, there are some negative comments from people who are saying they've had a really bad time on Cambly, and I'm not going to pretend that isn't true, that doesn't happen sometimes. So let's address some of the most common concerns that people might have. One question I had on a video recently was, are they flashers? They've heard some horror stories from other tutors that people flash and even masturbate on Cambly. The truth is, yes. Unfortunately, I am part of the Facebook Cambly group where lots of tutors say that they have experienced someone flashing or doing inappropriate things when they have opened the camera. I have never had this, so don't think that sounds like an awful experience, and that will definitely happen to me if I sign up to tutor with Cambly, because it's never happened to me. I still think that my way of doing lots of priority hours in the beginning and then getting regular students onto reservations as quickly as possible is the best way. I haven't done priority hours for a long time. If you haven't seen one of my old videos about Cambly, a priority hour is when a tutor commits to being online for anyone to call them within that hour. And it's in these time slots that free trial students can call. So people who hear about the platform and don't take it seriously get 5 free minutes and call, and it's usually these people who might be a flasher. So my advice to avoid that would be to get regular students booking with you as soon as possible. It's not nice, and no one should have to deal with that in their job. Unfortunately, with the nature of this platform being on the internet, I don't know why people think that it's okay, but if you did happen to do a priority hour and experience that, you can block and ban and report the student with a press of the button. That ends the call and notifies Cambly that they are not using the platform appropriately. Another comment I often get is, why would I bother working for a platform that pays so badly? The truth is, it isn't great pay. It's 17 cents a minute, which equates to $10.20 an hour, which equates to, I think, about £7.50 an hour, which is below the minimum wage in the UK. It isn't my main source of income. I've always said on all of my videos, I would not recommend doing Cambly full-time, even though I know some tutors do it full-time. It would exhaust me, the amount of hours you would have to do in order to get a solid income. But because it is so flexible, to do alongside a full-time job or another teaching job, perhaps teaching children or more structured classes where you get paid better per hour, it's great. Yeah, I've never advertised it and said that I think you should do it as a full-time way to live, because I do not think it's sustainable. You think because it's quite relaxed and you're just having conversational lessons most of the time that it's easy, but you burn out. You obviously have to keep a professional manner. It's not like talking to a friend for hours and hours where you can just grunt at each other and understand what each other means. Keeping a smile and keeping professional is exhausting, but in small doses it's fun and educational. Someone's using a saw outside. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm going to crack on. If it ruins the sound, I'll shoot this again. If not, I'm just rambling for no reason. The third query I've had are some people being suspicious that it's not a legitimate way to earn money, that you won't get paid by the platform. I can promise from my experience that I'm paid on time every Monday, give or take an hour, I think, because there's a like time difference in the UK, so when our clocks change, I get paid maybe an hour earlier for half of the year. I always get paid through PayPal, and I don't know if they have opened up any other options to get paid yet, but yes, I get paid every Monday through PayPal, which is great pocket money on top of my monthly income. And the fourth question question is kids. Sometimes you open a lesson expecting an adult and there's a 5-year-old child. Without having an interactive whiteboard, it's really difficult to teach a child on Cambly. Some are very fluent and some teachers like teaching children. Personally, I think by many teachers being happy to teach children on Cambly, I think it means less parents will be happy to pay the higher price of the profession that is paid when you teach children on platforms that are designed to teach children. Cambly Kids, I believe, pays 20 cents a minute, so only 3 extra cents. So it doesn't really work out for me as enough of an increase to attract me to teach children through Cambly. So in a nutshell, yes, there are some crappy sides to Cambly. My final bonus piece of advice would be to take groups like the Facebook Cambly group with a pinch of salt. Because I think I might have mentioned this in an earlier video, but I've just seen teachers be horrible to each other. Everyone thinks their opinion is the right opinion, so I never comment on them. I just make videos like this to share my experience with you instead. I hope that helps. I do a write-up of all my videos over on Charlie's English channel, my website, if you would like to check that out. If you want to come back to any points, I hope that's useful for you. It does seem like the hiring freeze is over on Cambly now, as I have noticed some of my referrals have gone through, so I'll put my code below if you are interested to teach with Cambly, and look out for some videos on some other platforms I'm hoping to work for very soon.